Hello. How are you? It's Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. Today we are talking about the 3 steps that your teen needs to do to actually get those school projects done. So, if you've got a teen, this is for you. So, be sure you stick around as we talk about these 3 steps. And if your teen already has a new project to work on, I know we're towards the beginning of the school year, but a lot of times things go quicker in second semester than first. So make sure you hit that like button for me, drop a yes down below if your teen has a project he's working on, or your daughter knows she has one coming up very soon. So I know this message is relevant to you. So I want to go ahead and jump into the first step, which is all about prepping. Before I do, though, I want you to know I have an awesome Facebook group called Students Aiming for A's. If you are not already a member, be sure to click the link in the description so you can join us and grab that homework buster. So let's talk about this prep work when it comes to projects. These are going to seem like pretty simple steps. I'll tell you that now. But there are going to be a lot of little steps within each of the big steps. Okay, so I don't want it to seem like it's super, super easy to get projects done. But at the same time, I want your teens to know, hey, yeah, I know what you need to do. I know how you need to do it. Let's get you to do these things that need to be done. So when it comes to prep work, I want your teens to actually know what the project is. Okay, they need to know what the topic is. They need to know how it's going to be presented. Like, is this a poster they're putting together? Is this a speech they're giving to the class? Are they put some kind of video together? What are they doing? Okay, the other part of prep work is who is your teen doing this with? Because it can be a group project, it could be a solo project. Sometimes it even goes so far as I have 3 classes of this particular topic, especially at the college level and upper level high school classes, and the teachers will expect your children to work together outside of class because they might have, multiple classes of this and they're doing big groups, or they just expect to really mix it up. So your teen needs to know who he's working with, what he's working on, and what the final result is expected. Okay, and last little tidbit here is your teen needs to know how he's contacting his group members if he has group members. Okay, the goal is that your child gets this project done in class, but projects are generally big and hairy for a reason, and there's probably not going to be enough time in class time to get them done. So your teen needs to have phone numbers, email addresses, whatever it is to work with his team members outside of class. Okay, so 2 more steps coming up. The second step is the actual building. Okay, so once your team knows what he's doing, he knows who he's working with, now we've actually got to get this project done. So when this comes into play, your team needs to have a plan. Okay, so this week we are all about time management. So the most important part of a project is time management. So your team needs to know what he's working on, when he's working on it, and who he's working on it with. Because remember, we just talked about the prep work. So if your teen knows he has a couple other group members, they've got to decide who's doing what, who's doing the research, who's putting the title screen together, who is in charge of what part. Because a lot of times it is going to be a cumulative grade. So like how well did the project come together at the end? How well did the group or even your team present it? And then there's also going to be individual grades. Did your child do his part? And if it's a solo project, it's all on your kid to get this figured out. So definitely encourage your teen to break it down. Okay, we don't want it to be Sunday night and have a huge project that's worth half your kid's grade due tomorrow in class. So definitely time management, super important when it comes to the actual completing the actual building part of the project. So 1 more step coming up. It's probably honestly the most important. It's going to make the most difference to your child's grade. And if you want to hear it, be sure you stick around. I want to let you know, guys, this is a live video. We're on YouTube right now and on Facebook. So if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, a follower on Facebook, you are missing out. So drum roll here. I'm twisting my words today, guys. Sorry. So drum roll for step 3, the last part of any project, and that is to actually submit it, to turn it in. Okay, seems simple enough, right? Well, before your teen clicks that submit button on Canvas or hands it into the teacher's inbox or wherever this project's going, I want your teen to make sure he has looked at the rubric, okay? So hopefully he did that when he did some prep work and has done his best to get excellence or the best category possible, okay? So hopefully he has aimed for the highest. At bare minimum, I want your teens to look at that rubric and make sure they're not missing anything, okay? Because sometimes teachers will count off 10, 20 points for something as simple as everyone turning in their own copy of the planning sheet or for not turning in the rough draft of the paper. Okay, so make sure your teen turns in everything that he needs to turn in. And also, the last part of a project is asking for help. Okay, if your teen, when he's working on something, he gets confused and he's like, I don't know what the teacher really means by that, or I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to do this part, ask for help. Okay, so moms and dads that are watching, I don't want you to do the project. I don't want you to go above and beyond. I'm talking about your middle schoolers, your high schoolers, and your college kids. They should be able to do projects on their own. Okay, so have them ask for help if they are confused before the deadline has passed. So that is what I want to say about projects. Obviously, I could go on for a lot longer. There's a lot more details involved in putting an awesome project together. But it comes down to time management. It comes down to actually getting started and doing the work. So that is why I have this homework buster, okay? Because projects are definitely a bigger deal than homework because they're worth more points. They take a lot longer. But if your kid doesn't do his homework, he's probably not going to work on a project either. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure you grab that homework buster in my Facebook group. All you have to do is click the link in the description, answer a couple questions, and you'll be in. And then you can grab that free tip sheet that is going to help you help your teen stop complaining about homework and actually get it done today before it is late or missing. So thanks, guys. Have a good night.